Welcome back to Les Schwab Tire Center's Outdoor GPS. It's time for Owin's Field Report, sponsored by Les Schwab Tire Centers.
Now, my report for yesterday is pretty simple. I actually utilized that springtime weather, right? Actually more or less summer type weather, to do some spring cleaning. Now, you've heard me already mention several times that I'm trying to change things up for this year to try to be more successful. Swapping line, brand new line on all my rods and reels, new leaders everywhere, cleaning this, cleaning that, doing everything I can to change it up to try to be more successful, right? That's what we all got to do when you're a 5%er like myself and the majority of you watching. You got to do the little things that can help you be more successful. And one of them that I probably have known for a long time but never really leaned on was a trick a friend of mine, Barney, years ago, who was struggling. He gave his boat a Lemon Joy bath, right? I mean, every inch of the boat scrubbed with Lemon Joy, the floor, inside, the gunnels, everything. And my daughter was gracious enough yesterday to be the one scrubbing, and we vacuumed out and cleaned the whole thing up just to get a positive scent in there, right? Because we all, right or wrong, you know, for whatever reason, all feel that Lemon Joy is that non-invasive scent that salmon are okay with, right? Well, that's what I did yesterday, and I would highly recommend that you do it. This boat is only a year old, and it was filthy. Who knows what kind of scents were in there and if any of it did deter anything, but now it's lemony fresh. I think that's how they say it, lemony fresh. But that's my report from yesterday. I did get several reports of improvements up and down the Willamette, okay? Like I mentioned in this segment 24 hours ago, the clarity was coming back into shape. The river was falling into shape as well as far as level. And there were certainly some fish caught yesterday. I didn't get any good reports from steelhead. My buddies that were chasing the steelhead, unfortunately, seems like that's kind of slowed down a little bit in the last handful of days. And you can kind of see that in some of these fish counts this year. You're going to see the numbers have just overall gone down. Not that it makes a huge difference for some of the smaller tributaries, but it gives you a barometer of how many fish are actually migrating the system. But overall, this week is going to be very different. We're starting out today, tomorrow, and I believe Tuesday. We'll find out from Katie for sure here in just a little bit. Great weather, and then it's going to turn. It's going to drop off a little bit. Temperatures, we got rain coming. That transition can be very interesting. So you're going to have some options. If you're going to be like me and still chasing steelhead around a little bit, I will be chasing springers this week, I believe. Or if you're just going to go after springers, it's all good. And we're going to give you here in just a little bit with Bill Rivas from Millennial Baits a couple reasons why you're going to want to start utilizing that setup a little bit, but we'll get there in just a little bit. Fish counts. Okay, so Willamette, nothing's changed from yesterday. Taking a look at Bonneville. I didn't actually look at it this morning, so nothing went over yesterday. So very, very standard. If you were to look at the 10-year average, which I did look at this morning, it is pretty much online, maybe a little behind. But in the end, all the fish are still below the dam. We haven't missed nothing, right? Let's hope. Moving along, let's take a look at river levels. Willamette, pretty darn perfect. Yeah, a little bit of a tide change going on here. Not a huge difference. It's only about a foot, it looks like, so nothing major. But pretty darn good level. You got plenty of current for really the whole system below the falls all the way down through the channel. And the clarity, which we'll see here in a second, the turbidity has dropped down into, looks like, the 9s. You can't ask for better conditions. I mean, really, it's not too clear. It's not too off color. It's pretty much prime. And I would assume that if we do get some water this next, or towards the end of the week because of the rain, and it's so warm the next couple of days, we might see that go up a little bit, but I bet it stays fishable all throughout the week, hopefully. Taking a look at the Columbia, I mean, you really, just again, right there at 3.8 on the bottom of the tide. Top of the tide's right around 5, and it's not really going to change towards the end of the week. The Columbia is going to start to fish. It's the middle of the month, the 17th of March. We've got 3 weeks, less than 3 weeks on the Columbia right now before it closes. So there's going to be some things changing quickly out here. Got a couple of reports yesterday. I'm not going to give them up too much. Clackamas, my home river, 13.4. All the tribs are looking really, really good right now until towards the end of the week. It goes for the coast as well. You're going to see that here in just a second. Wilson, same thing. Everything is staying a little bit above its forecast for the most part, but as we work further down, Again, all the rivers are in great condition, great shape. If you're, again, going to be chasing steelhead, fish the conditions, not the date, right? So you certainly have something to be excited about if you're not going to change gears to springers. Now, Procure, there's a reason why they're the #1 bait scent in the world, by the way, and we can say that with all confidence. Here's your prize pack now. It's been changed up to a spring Chinook setup. Send Jason Hambley an email, and you'll have a chance to win that prize pack from Procure. But the weather, right? This is what everybody's so concerned with or interested in right now. Yesterday was beautiful. Today's supposed to be gorgeous. And as always, Katie, you've hit it nail on the head. It looks like we got some changes, though, towards the end of the week.
Well, this forecast has been nice because everything's kind of been in agreement. It's not been one of those where all the models are saying different things. It's been pretty much consistent for the last 10 days, which makes our job a bit easier because it's hard to disagree when all of the models are pointing toward weather that looks like that. Here's what we have. These are the changes that are just starting to happen. If you've looked at any cameras along the coast, you'll notice that there have been some clouds in some areas, breaking up in others. It'll be partly cloudy and some sunshine in the mix, but you're all the way through Monday morning, not seeing anything but a few clouds. Now we're getting into Tuesday. Clouds are a bit thicker. This is when that ridge is breaking down, and we're anticipating to see the clouds come in a bit more, cooler temperatures in the low 70s instead of the upper 70s. And then now we're into Wednesday, and you see a few sprinkles there along the coast. This is the high pressure center that's been sitting here pretty much right over us. That is dropping down, and that's what's allowing this cooler air and this chance for showers to come in. How does that impact us? Well, that means our dry streak should end by Tuesday. Wednesday is still a question mark. We could see some rain. It might not be measurable, but by Thursday, we're very confident that the light showers will return. Temperatures will be back in the upper 50s. That is spring in March in our region. Upper 50s, light showers, and a few breaks in the sun.
Yesterday, I was hot yesterday. It was certainly, you know, as Oregonians, we're not acclimated to warm weather yet.
No, we're not. And look at this. And if we make it a little more than this right here, if we get to 80, we'll break an all-time March record. So
interesting.
We'll see how that goes.
Katie, thank you as always. Look forward to seeing you on Saturday. All right, everyone. We've got a couple of phone calls here to hang in. I got Joel from Troutdale. He's always flexible with us. He's not going to go anywhere. Jake from Goldendale, if you can hear me, I hope you can. He's got a question about bees. Be patient, because when we come back from this break, we're going to have Bill Rivas. He's the owner of Millennial Baits, primarily known for his coon shrimp, but also makes unbelievable prawns. A new product called Mulch, which you are going to love. You're going to need bigger containers, too, by the way. I'm just throwing that out there. And different versions as well. How to fish them, how to rig them, and when to use them. We'll have that when we come back from this break. It'll be worth it. We'll be right back.
Outdoor GPS is brought to you by P-Line, because we fish, by Hawken Fishing, perfection in fishing gear, and by Haxton's Canvas and Upholstery, the trusted name of the Pacific Northwest.